welcome to Benevolent Plum Tarot. My name is Jess.
I'm Lena.
We're sisters, if you didn't know. 1 year ago, we did a video together. We brought you a reading, and we're doing it again 1 year later.
And a lot has changed.
A lot has changed. I've become a lot hotter. I'm just kidding. Let's continue.
Unfortunately, I cannot say the same.
She's got a lot funnier.
I've got a lot more personality now. Oh, my eyes twitching.
Woo! Alright, so anyway, now we're going to just do a quick reading for you. A message you need to hear, I think, right?
Right. We're going to let the cards lead the way.
Yeah, we're just going to pull some cards and tell you what comes up. So let's go. What do the viewers with us now need to hear? I'm going to pull 3. Six of Pentacles. Okay, I got 5 of Cups, the Sun, 6 of Pentacles. Do you have the Ace of Pentacles there?
I do.
Nice. And 6 of Cups. Alright. So, I'm feeling like here with this 5 of Cups, I'm getting like a little bit of a victim mentality, just a little bit. But really, it's like, and then like on the total opposite side here with this Sun, I'm getting like this glowing, vibrant, extrovert energy. And you know what, we had an overarching message before we even started pulling the cards, of kind of coming from this kind of introverted energy that we've all been in, when we connect with others, it's been usually digitally, or through text, social media, that type of thing. And there is this sort of shift into becoming a little bit more connected person to person. And it's difficult.
Right. Well, and you've had a lot of time to explore parts of yourself that you've never really had the opportunity to explore yet. Or maybe you have, but it's been kind of a forced exploration. And how are you may have made some decisions, like how are you bringing that forward into this next, things are different going back out than they were before still, so.
Kind of a new cycle of being and connecting with others. This is really about, I feel like, connecting again in the real world and what you're bringing to that. What energy are you bringing into this connection, as we kind of pick back up and get back out there into the world and start moving again, where we've been maybe more receptive, as Lena was saying. Now we're going to be more assertive and extroverted. Even if you're not an extrovert, I mean, extroverted for whatever that means for you, right? So I'm kind of getting with my cards here is this energy of like almost feeling, some depressions, kind of feeling in and down, and a little bit of fear of moving into this sort of extroverted energy, moving into being seen, putting the energy back out there, bringing yourself to the collective, so to speak, and finding a balance in that energy, because it's not totally all go per se. It's coming back in and finding the balance. It's been a little unbalanced. It's been a little enter. So now we're moving into more balance, but it feels like a big extroversion energy. What do you think?
Right. Well, from this cup right here, this 5 of Cups, I feel like that's usually a physical space that you're moving into, to like after you've been making some progress and you've had some downfalls. Like, are you going to stick it out in the space that you're in, or are you going to make a large step move? And I feel like that in this case is the you've had a lot of time to reflect maybe on some issues from the past, but this is like, how are you going to take that big step forward? Are you going to take that big step forward, or are you going to stay in that space?
Yeah, are you going to stay kind of stuck now? Because it's hard to move forward right now. I feel like it's hard to really, I feel like there's a lot of energy building up. Like, yeah, we want to get connected. We want to kind of get back out there. But the very idea of it is sort of anxiety inducing and can kind of hold us back a little bit from really reconnecting and inserting yourself in society or in whatever passions that you want to, get back into outside of your little space. We're moving from our little bubble to outside of our bubble. So what are you bringing with you outside of that bubble? And I lost track of what I was saying.
I don't know. Okay, so I think that the Nine of Pentacles is actually a perfect card to start out with what we're talking about here. So you've got your decisions made on where you want to go, and you're in this space of like a new beginning. And you can see where it can take you, but there are obstacles in front of you. Are you ready to ride that out? And like, do you have that focus? Right, and then so on the Ace of Pentacles, there's some real potential there, and I don't think that this is talking about on a monetary level. I think it's talking about, this is your values and what's going to feel fortunate to you that when you work towards it, and you can see those potentials. You've had time to weigh those out, and they are real potentials. They're not pipe dreams. Mm-hmm. Those are true potentials that you have, that you can go ahead and believe in and put some trust into.
Yeah.
And then the Nine of Cups.
Oh, was that a 9?
Yeah, it's a 9.
Oh, that is wish fulfillment, baby.
So, this one you have we have a ship that is set sail and this is if you're setting sail with this ship, do you have a chest full of your past? Right? Is that in the way of seeing where you want to go? It may seem like fortunate to have all these things, but sometimes you have to like empty all of that out so that you can focus on your adventure.
And the best part of it about this card too is that whatever adventure you're setting forth on is like guaranteed success here, because it is the abundance coming in for you. It's like you take that step towards that abundance and it will meet you,
Right. But taking that step means stepping over those past hang-ups.
Cool. I'm gonna pull 2 more cards.
All right.
What else we got? So we're moving forward. We're moving into an extroverted space, however that means to you. It's just moving forward with sort of new lessons and new, kind of a new energy, because we've all changed over the past year and a half. I mean, we're always changing. We're always closing out karma. We're always learning lessons, but we've had some pretty big shifts in the past year with this time to be introverted. So what lessons are we bringing forward? What direction are we going? What abundance is guaranteed for us when we make that move? What else do we need to know? Healing here. Okay. So I'm getting like, when you are moving back into this space, moving back out here, there's this healing energy, and it's really tying to me with this 7 of Swords. This is really moving back out with the most genuine true self that you can muster. So, like no masks is what I'm getting. It's coming out. Like this is like the lesson learned almost is that you can be your true self in the world. Not everybody has to like it. Not everybody has to necessarily support it, but you are fearlessly moving into the world and kind of a new revamped you where you've healed some of those fears and you are truly being your genuine self and showing your true face, who you are to the world. This is what I'm getting.
Right, yeah, right. I feel like this 4 of Swords, it's really, to me, I feel like the 4 of Swords and the 4 of Wands go really well together. Like with the, even though I don't think I got a 4 of Wands, but it's still those two cards. I think it's like having 4 legs to stand, 4 legs on this table, right? And you have stability there. To move forward with your true self, not with what everybody else is expecting out of you.
Yeah, right? Moving forward with your true, no mask, your true self, despite what others' expectations are. you know? It doesn't matter what their expectations are. You've sort of healed those insecurities. Okay. And I'm getting like a weird cough. So I'm feeling like something that may be healing right now is being able to use your voice and actually speak your truth. When I say no mask, this is actually being able to say what your needs are, what your thoughts are, what your opinions are, and not necessarily need everybody to be on board with it. You don't need everybody to agree with you to be your true self and to speak your true, thoughts, feelings, whatever your true voice is.
Right,
So,
exactly. Finding that stability means not needing the validation from outside of yourself. And that is truly empowering.
Yeah, empowered energy here for sure. And with this judgment card as well, it's like you're rising up like an empowered person right now. But it's scary. It's uncomfortable. There's some fears there. But you're working through it. Like the Four of Swords is being able to heal those fears, being able to heal those wounds, and maybe not healed completely either. But despite those wounds, healed enough to where you can move forward, even if it is scary. Even if it is kind of scary to speak your truth out in a public arena, or whatever it is, you're able to do it. And I feel like that's the most empowered part. What cards do you have?
All right, so I have a Seven of Wands, which I'm not always traditional with my meanings. So this card speaks to me from the whole, you bring your family together. It's kind of the other end of this, which makes sense with this Two of Cups. It's the other side of what you might be contemplating or feeling or deciding what to come out with. So this is, when you're by yourself, you are susceptible to bullying, or it's the total opposite, really, where you need people in your life still. You need to stick together with those people. You need to find your group and your what's the word I'm looking for, your support system,
Your soul family.
Yeah, your soul family. You need to recognize who those people are, who's good for you and who's not. Yeah. And pull those together so that you can be strong together and really thrive as a group.
Yeah, pulling those people in, finding them. You might not have those people in yet. You might be on a path to connecting with these people, but put that intention out there. If you're not feeling like you have that soul family around you now, putting your true self out there, no mask, is going to be, able to how you're going to be seen. And she's going to read this card herself, how she sees it, this Six of Wands. But to me, this is being seen in the public arena. This is being seen by others in the world. And being able to be seen as your true self is how you're going to be able to pull those other people who have those values like you do, towards you. If they can't see you, they can't come towards you. Right?
And that does directly come from, even though there's a duality about those two things, like being completely independent with your strengths and your growth, independent of other people's ideals. This at the same time, this emotional duality, either both ways, you need to water both gardens, and both are important.
Yeah,
so
you don't want to be at odds with people. You're not trying to be at odds by being your authentic self. Is not being at odds with other people who might be a little different from you. It's acceptance.
Right, exactly.
But accepting yourself as well.
Right. And if you're trying to cater to an outside expectation, you're not going to find those people that you're really meant to find and draw your energy, sustain each other's energies with. They're just not going to see you.
And it's impossible. And you can't cater to everybody. So why not?
I try.
Why not connect with those who really vibe with your authentic self?
Right. And then so with this Strength card, I feel like that has a lot to do with a lot of the controversies right now. People are like, an eye for an eye. I'm going to take what has been taken from me, but then they go, out with a vengeance, and it can really blind you in both eyes. But if you can recognize what your strengths are and what fights you need to fight, like you have power in that, and you know, massive power behind you. When that fight is according to your moral compass.
Yeah, not only that, but this also is just like facing those fears, however small, as well. Because I feel like this kind of encompasses a lot of different energy here, from very, very tiny to very, very big in this reading. And I mean, just on the smallest level, the strength to just step outside right now for some people. Just the strength to just step outside, or the strength to step into that store, you know, let alone bringing the whole genuine self to the table, sort of ready to defend, you know, your position in a compassionate way, which is what she's talking about as well. Sort of defending your values in a compassionate way, rather than, you know, some sort of a justice-based way. And what I mean by justice is the eye for an eye type of thing.
Right. I mean, if we all have these traumas and these injuries that we've had time to reflect on, and they hurt, then that pain can cause you to lose sight of all of this other stuff and be, you know, out for blood or be jaded. And that's something you need to really look inside of yourself and see, is that what's driving me? Is that my energy force? Because that's not what you need to use as your energy force. That's something that's going to drive you off of your path.
Yeah, move with love, even when it's uncomfortable, and even when it's, you know, in a position where you need to stand up for somebody who's in a very weak position, but you can still do that with compassion and love, rather than hate. You know, remove hate from your vocabulary, move it from your life. It just doesn't serve. We're all one freaking collective, beautiful people, but within that, there's so much at odds and this and that, and people can get really, really tiny with their perspective. And we want to get our perspective very large and move from a place of love, even if it means doing something that's a hard thing, even if it means putting up particular boundaries that are uncomfortable or seem mean.
Right, and that goes in with your, you know, when you were coughing a moment ago, and it felt like it was finding your voice, opening your throat chakra. You need to be ready to go ahead and stand up against it. The goal is not to be passive. Like, you don't need to fall into this, oh, I want to be a better passive person. That's not the goal. You find your voice, but you can find that voice to stand up for yourself in a very compassionate way, especially if you're consciously thinking about, like, how can I bring light to this situation? How can I put positive energy into this situation? And you can move mountains in that way.
And that comes back to this healing, right? Or to this balance. Healing with balance right here. That's balance right there. And that's the duality too as well.
Yeah. Man, I'm really feeling this. All right.
Yeah, so I'm getting goosebumps all over the place.
Me too. Oh my gosh. Look, literally, I have goosebumps right now because this is
nice. So, yeah, I love this message. I feel like that's the message. I mean, it's really about finding your voice, finding your courage, stepping out, however small that may be for you or however large that may be for you. And each step is going to get bigger and bigger along the way. But starting somewhere, recognizing what is it that, you know, I stand for in life, and being able to bring it out into, you know, the collective table, so to speak. What do you think? Anything else?
No, do you want to pull some more with a final finale? Maybe 2 more cards?
Sure, let's pull 2 more cards and switch the deck.
All right.
I'm actually kind of feeling this deck over here. Positive finale. Anything else to close this message out? Any last thoughts? Ooh, you got the Ace of Wands? Yeah. Beautiful. And this more duality to it. There's like lovers here.
Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and read while you're pulling, I guess. This Ace of Wands is literally a matchstick to start a raging fire with what you have in front of you. It is the full potential. And you have a castle in the distance waiting for you, and it's the beginning, and you just, you know, that's power. That's like you are ignited and ready to just and it's not going to last forever. Don't think that you have time to sit and wait when you have that passion bubbling up. Like, you act on it.
That's an opportunity given to you.
A massive opportunity, and I know it can be scary right now because it's such a change from how things have a change of pace that it can give you anxiety. But you take that energy and you need to be confident with that and go ahead and move forward.
And so the Ace of Wands is very, very similar to the Fool card here, taking a leap. Unlimited potential. I know, it's literally the energy. This Ace of Wands is literally the energy behind this Fool card, also known as the Traveler in this deck, of taking that leap of faith. It's an adventure. You don't know what's ahead of you, but you're taking that risk. You're taking that leap, and you know that the potential is limitless, and you know that the universe has your back as well. Even if you have reservations or fears, it's moving forward with that energy and that ignition and passion of that Ace of Wands energy. And then I have this Ace of Cups here. This is that emotional undercurrent. Maybe, I'm almost feeling it as like emotional turbulence, but this here is saying renewal and quest. So with this adventure and quest kind of energy, this is a renewal. This is sort of like a new refreshed energy, and a renewal was sort of a keyword that we had gotten right before we started pulling cards.
Yeah.
It
was
like,
exactly
this is renewed energy. This is renewed vibrance in your life, and you are going to feel this. I mean, like, you may be feeling it now. You may be unsure, but when you feel this renewal in your passion, in your heart, in your soul, and you feel like you need to move forward, that again is that opportunity. It's an opportunity, is a gift. That passion, that drive is an opportunity in of itself to take advantage of in that moment.
Right, and that opportunity, and what I'm getting from this card right now, what I'm feeling is that you have you have a balance, a 50-50 balance, which has been kind of thematic through this reading, but this one, you have some feminine and masculine traits coming through. And it doesn't mean, that you have to question any gender identity or anything like that, but everyone has both sides to them, because that is a balance that is necessary in life. And if you are holding back those energies as they arise, you're unbalancing yourself and tipping your scale. But there is fruition from acknowledging
both energies,
your strengths and your emotions.
Yeah.
So
beautiful.
Yeah,
so I love that.
Very nice.
Should we pull like one oracle card just to close it out?
Sure. Yeah. Let's do that.
With this one? That one, or maybe the Art of Manifestation is kind of a fun one to close with. Everyone knows I love that deck.
Yeah. I have the same one. I think we went over it last time.
Oh, yeah.
It was brand new at that time, and I have still kept it in such pristine condition because it's so beautiful. And I guess that's our card, huh?
Believe in yourself.
Believe in yourself.
Ooh, I love it. You want to read it?
Okay. You are important. You are important. You are lovable. You are special. You are unique and extraordinary. An extraordinary person, wherever you come from, whatever has happened to you in the past. There you have those traumas that you've been thinking about. It's time to let go of any negative perceptions that you may carry about yourself.
That healing.
Perfect.
Let go of the negative perceptions that you're carrying about yourself. Bring your true, authentic self to the table. Renewed energy.
Table. This 4, it screams out to me lately. The four legs on that table, and you can stand up on that table and dance. Baby.
Yeah. Awesome, I love it. So that's the message for you. I hope you found it helpful. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Of course, give us a like, subscribe, all that stuff. We're just happy to be able to share a message with you today. So hope you enjoyed it.
Awesome.
Yeah. Much love to you guys.
Peace.